Hello everyone, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Total War Attila in our Eternal Empire series. So, what are we up to? I've got to promote this general after some of the battles from the last episode. Well, not really battles. We fought battles. Well, actually, yeah, we did. We auto-resolved some. I don't know what happened in the last episode, apparently. Let's have a look around a little bit more and see... Okay, good to go. So I've got some money to spend. Start off because we resolved the turn at the end of the last episode. So let's go ahead and... Food production is pretty awesome. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do some industry here. I've been talking about how I've been like really overcompensating food-wise just for the sake of never having to worry about it. So I guess one thing I want to go ahead and do is start upgrading my trade wharfs as well as religious buildings. We'll upgrade the fruit orchard as well here because food. But, yep, trade wharf. I've mentioned this many times in the series, but haven't always been good about like following up and actually doing it. But the extra trade income would be extraordinarily helpful. Yep, additional trade jetties there. And of course, the military buildings, or I'm sorry, the fishing buildings bring in additional income as well. But we're just going to zip through and make sure that we can't spend any more money on trade first. Yep, there's another one. So these will all be done in between 6 to 8 turns. Should see a big change. Interesting. Nova Trajana Bostra has an opening. I guess I could build... Yeah, it looks like the best thing would be a consecrated ground here because religious influence is not that strong for Greco-Roman paganism in this area. And then our Bella needs a marble stonecutter. And awesome, that's all of our money. That was actually a perfect beginning to the turn. So let's go ahead and end the turn and then see what else we have to do once the Huns make a few more moves. If you've missed the last couple of episodes, we're just trying to finish off the final armies of the Huns, which I suspect now at this point are not very strong at all. I just want to wait until things are a bit less wintry around here before I make any a bit more decisive moves north, because winter, snow, attrition, death, bad things, and I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. At least while the Huns are still alive. I'll be able to take more risks once the Huns are dead, but the Huns just have these death stacks, the likes of which no other enemy on the map is going to have to the same degree. So just being cautious while those are around, even though there are fewer of them than ever before. If you somehow missed it, Attila's dead. I'm still bitter about it, frankly. Big surprise. A couple of... Oh, we have wavering loyalty. Oh, man. We are... Well, actually, our balance of power just... That helps, actually. Our balance of power has been reduced by the fact that we failed repeatedly to ensure our adopted son's loyalty. But we really need to secure his loyalty. That's 2 failures in a row. We tried with ourselves, then we tried with our wife. We're going to try with ourselves again, because we have a lot more... influence to wield, a lot more power to do that. But we adopted our son in the hopes that he would be, you know, a good heir, and we had him marry someone that makes him less loyal. So it's not necessarily him that's the problem, but also the wife is ambitious. It would be good to have an ambitious wife, I'm assuming, once we're actually an emperor. That's not the worst thing, but while he is still an heir, she is just causing problems left and right. I really want the Picts to reform Rome. Hopefully they will. We'll see. All right, let's. I'm gonna try to focus my upgrades on buildings that are going to affect my income substantially. Fishing port, yes. Leather manufacturer, yes. That's additional squalor though. Can I afford it? Yes, I can. Yep, fishing wharf. Let's go ahead and do the quarry here, because that'll reduce construction costs for the rest of the stuff that I need to build here, which is very useful. What about here? Thessalonica. I can do large onagers now, which is good. Let's go ahead and, before I do anything else, let us finish building up this army. So these onagers are going to be expensive as hell, but now we're at a point where I can afford to have them in all of my forces, so we're going to push for that. Looks like Oh, need an iron smelter in Romula, definitely. I'm going to go ahead and populate this territory. Alright, colonized. Petrodeva is once again in existence. We also have another army here that we should be able to withdraw soon-ish. Soon-ish. I'll go ahead and do a theater because I like the additional Roman influence there. Actually, no. Actually, yes. Let's do that. And then we're going to make sure level 3 cities across the board there. Let's go back to checking our income buildings. Quarry, definitely. Tanner, definitely. Another Tanner. Just focusing on anything that's going to crank up our income ridiculously in the coming turns. That's not a big enough boost. Also increases food consumption. Income would increase from this, though. Not that much. Not that much. Alright, well, maybe it's time to go ahead and upgrade this. And then I guess I'll go ahead... Yeah, food consumption's already really crappy here. So upgrading these is going to just add to that problem. That's not good. Let's see. Yep, these I can both upgrade. Bring in additional money. Definitely have a bit of a sanitation problem in Macron, our farthest southeast province. And we have a sanitation issue. That's surprising. Tell you what, though, we can probably... Oh, I don't have the money right now, but I can fix it by converting this to an aqueduct, most likely. Yeah, sanitation is just -2 in each province. This will, if I convert to an aqueduct, it will give a much larger boost, public order-wise, to all of the... or sanitation-wise, to all of the provinces in this region. So we'll go with that. And let's take a look up here and see what we can do with our armies. Commander. So I mentioned in the last episode, I'm going to start moving north, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Especially since these armies are fully healed up. We're going to move this army to Severia. Also, I kind of want to colonize in Hercynia, just to really establish, you know, an even farther front against the Huns. I don't know. It's tempting. I could get to it now, actually. Looks like I can get to it pretty easily. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and colonize. Oh, wait, I don't have the money, do I? Okay, hang on. My bad. Let's take one of the orders, one of the upgrades I ordered. That one. There we go. And we'll go ahead and recolonize up there. Ready for battle. Because that'll help peel back the fog of war and give the Huns less areas in which to hide. Which is kind of important right now, just saying. Ready for orders. Right, this army needs to go to Sopiane. You are so aggressive. Just constantly cursing your troops. Alright, you can't go anywhere because you're fortified. Tell you what, let me see if I can get this army. I'm going to rapid march them over to Severia. Yes, you can. You definitively can. Alright, there we go. And we're going to rapid march these guys up to Nitrawa so that they can reinforce these armies there. It's not showing a reinforcement line, but it should be able to reinforce. Yeah, there we go. Reinforcement. Very good. So now all of those armies are in better positions. Let's look for any other armies that might need orders. All right, those onagers will be done soon. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of colonizing very quickly. We also have a little bit of conquering to do because there's a small faction to our north, but super easy. It's going to be ridiculously easy. I can't quite withdraw this army from this territory, though. I've got to give it a little bit more time before it's safe to leave. All right, I've got some gold left, so I guess I will... oh yeah, here we go. Nitrawa. Yeah, the city we just refounded. Let's go ahead and get it building. And let's end the turn. So I'm pretty confident that these two groups here, this group and this group, we'll be able to defend against anything the Huns throw at us right now. Pretty confident. Interesting. It looks like the Picts are trying to finish off the Western Romans, who are still in control of Genoa. But I really think that you guys should be rebuilding Rome. Just a suggestion that I'm going to repeat until I sound like a broken record. Actually, no, I'm not going to repeat it until I sound like a broken record because I already sound like a broken record. So just rebuild Rome already, please. Would appreciate that. Thanks. Huns, the agents are messing with me as usual, but they're not going to do much more than that. All right, there goes one Hunnic stack. So turns out we can see them in the Travo, which is exactly as expected. Just a couple of them. All right. Quintus Papirius Valentianus, I'm guessing that was, okay, good. Anicius Vatia. All right, our spy that we had here, unfortunately, has died. So I need to remember where my closest recruitment center is. No, those are diplomats. Here we go. That's actually not far at all. Now let's give him additional authority. Actually, no. Let's go with this guy because he's younger. We will have him at our disposal for longer. Unfortunately, though, because he's a new spy, I need to send him to do things. So let's order him up to Tannaeus. It's going to take him a while to get up there. But he needs to level up. He needs to gain in experience.
Ready for orders. Look to the defenses. Ready for battle. At your command.
Okay, because the Huns are in this province, we're not actually regaining troops. So I'm going to bring this army down here and fortify them so that they can regain some strength. And we'll bring this one into Nitrawa. That army is not strong enough to hold its own against a Hunnic attack. So that's a little worrying there. And I'm not ready to move those guys north just yet. These guys can go north, though. That's perfect. All right, so we're going to send them right there. Hopefully that's reinforcement range. It is, in fact, reinforcement range. Oh, crap. And now I can't fortify them because that was too far of a move. Should have thought of that, but didn't. We have, looks like, a territory in Raetia at Noricum, which we can also recolonize. But that's a bit too far west for my taste right now. I'm not willing to make moves that far west just yet. I want to be the definition of ready for that. And we're not quite there yet. So, let's do a column carver so we can increase our state religion's influence there. We're going to continue just building things that increase our income as much as possible. We will upgrade that war engineering building because that's expensive, so that's a good thing to get out of the way. Also, I need to go through in just a moment and see if there's any other cities on which I can reactivate taxes, because I feel like I was pretty close in more than one instance, in fact. Food production is off the charts here. Let's go ahead and turn it up to 11, just so that that is not even remotely an issue there. Extra wealth from the theater. I forgot that's such a huge boost. But it is. It's awesome. For the theaters, anyway. Yep, this one here. Let's do that. Actually, wait, would it be even bigger for this one? Yes, it would. So we're going to upgrade the pewter manufacturer there first. And then here, we have one more turn before this army is ready to move north. Another theater, and that's our money. Now, speaking of money, let's have a closer look at our province wealth. Specifically looking for this. I don't know. That's not really worth it yet. 3-digit income. Not really. This one, however, I think would be worth it. That's 4-digit income. There will be a bit of a public order penalty from a food deficit that large, but we're going to roll with it and see what happens. That is not worth it. Anywhere else that still had taxes off? Nope. Awesome. We actually have most of our taxes switched back on now, which is really, really good. Economically, it just means we are in fantastic shape. Let's end the turn. Anatolius Crispus has leveled up, one of our generals near Carthage. It's good news.
At your command.
So your loyalty should be complete. Yeah, he's at loyalty 6 out of 10. So we just need you to, have children. Could you do that to ensure that the Imperial line has a future? Even though you're not technically a member of the Imperial line, you're an adopted son. I'm still a little bitter about Septimus Caesar's death. He was 1 year old, man. It's brutal.
We do not beg for gold.
No, we're not gonna. They're willing to pay us 5,000 for a trade agreement, but no. Sorry, not interested. One of the reasons that I am trying to get the picks. Okay, good. It looks like they finished off the Western Romans. They took over Genua. One of the reasons that's what I was literally about to talk about. One of the reasons I am actually what I was going to say. Oh no, I'm not going to give you military access. One of the reasons I'm trying to hold off from going west too quickly is I wanted them to eliminate the Western Roman Empire completely. I wanted that to be done because I didn't want to have to do it myself. It sucks when you are playing as either half of the Roman Empire and you're ready to reconquer the entire map, and then you feel like you have to defeat yourself in order to do it. It's more meaningful. You just feel cheap when you are like attacking the other Rome. To the point that in some solo campaigns, I've actually done what I can. It's taken some AI mods in some cases because the AI is just not good at building its own empires. But I have used AI mods to get the just the other Rome to rebuild itself while I've been kind of protecting it rather than conquering it myself. Which is fun to do if you can get the AI to do it. The Western Roman Empire has been destroyed. The year 448 AD, it is no more. It is winter, so almost 449 AD. Rebellion imminent in Africa. What? How long has this been happening? I had no idea. Is it... Oh, this isn't good at all. How long has this been happening? And how is it happening? This is a trade port. So I could convert this from a trade port to a fishing port. It would take 8 turns, but then the problem would be resolved. One thing I could do is I can move this army. I'm going to move this army to Hadrianum and this army to Constantina. That's much better. Okay, so that will at least... I don't think we're going to be able to escape rebellion, but when that finishes converting to a fishing port, will be better. So that just puts some additional pressure on us to retake Carthage. But first, we want the picks to rebuild Rome. Please and thank you. That would be very, very handy. So it seems like the Huns did not quite take the bait. They could have attacked these cities, but they did not. All right, we have a couple of other cities in the area. I don't want to move into Raetia at Noricum yet, which is these 2 cities right here, and then Augusta Vindelicorum, which is here. All right, Nitrawa, though, is this province and that province. So it's this one, and that one. I don't want to move my armies right now because of winter attrition. We're definitely really far in the north in that respect, or at least we're getting up there. Well, time of the year we are, anyway. Yeah, you know what? Having extra army recruitment capacity in this zone wouldn't be the worst thing, so I'll go for that. Infertile, so cattle herd. You know how this works. Even though I didn't, not at the beginning of the series. do a great press. Still focused on finding buildings that are going to give me more money or produce more resources, because that's similar effect, right? Okay, we're going to start rebuilding Anacopia. We probably could have done that much sooner, to be completely frank. We just have a lot going on. Additional road development is always a good thing. So we'll do that. Another theater, which is most of my money. I don't think I'll be able to really build anything else. I could upgrade the bathhouse if I wanted to. That would lower food consumption, so public order would go down, but sanitation would go up. But we're not having a sanitation issue there, so no worries. Oh, there we go. Upgrade the stone cutter. And we're done. Oh, nope, nope. No, we're not done, because this army is ready to come up. They're going to take some winter attrition to make this happen, but we're gonna let it happen, because I want to get them all the way up here. So they're gonna march a good ways. Oh yeah, that's gonna be painful. They're gonna be like at half strength when they get up there. Oh, that's actually better than I was expecting. All right, good. All right, let's go on to 449 AD. Oh, Anicius Vespasian. This is our heir. He's currently the governor in Ctesiphon, right? Anicius, yeah, he's the governor in Azoristan, which is the Ctesiphon province, I believe. Yes, it is. So he has a governorship of the Middle East. And is there still no one else that can fill these positions? It makes sense, because these characters are not gaining influence right now. These are all military characters, and they're not fighting. So, fine. Let's end the turn. It's always kind of a stalemate whenever the last of the Huns are up in the northern reaches of the map, because you're surrounded by snow and it's tough to march armies any significant distance and get a lot done in pushing them back, because you die while you're marching through the snow. It's like Napoleon trying to take the Eastern Front, or Hitler for that matter. Same effect. Like you're literally in that region of Europe that starts to give you trouble when you're marching that direction, and that's where we need to fight the Huns right now. Speaking of the Huns, their agents are probably messing with my cities right now, because that's what they do. They're jerks. Yeah. So I have a feeling the next time it's green up there, a summer or a fall, if I can have my troops well positioned. Uh-oh. An army lost its leader. Probably just to death, but let's get a young general, because none of these traits are good. Yes, Vindonius Canis. He was an elder general. Gaius Crassus has also died. That's unfortunate. Who was Gaius Crassus, though?
I am yours to command.
This is our spy that's coming up to this other area here. I think I should be ready. Oh, cool. We can research additional technology. Let's take care of that. Wealth plus 5% from industrial buildings, or yeah, we'll go with that one. That's fine. Because there's another research that we can do after that that gives us even better buildings in a lot of cases. So we're going to move towards that. Upgrade the Silk Road Trade House here. Can I do anything in Anacopia? Not just yet.
Ready for battle.
But I think I'm ready to move out of this province. Yes, I am. That's good news.
Ready for battle.
All right, so I'm going to have these guys fortify there so that they repair up. But we're going to make a pretty aggressive move to just eliminate this faction fairly quickly, after I give that spy the opportunity to mess with them a little bit. The Western Roman Empire has been taken over by, looks like the Picts, who control a lot of territory. Let's take a look at the map real quick. Let's see how Europe is looking. Actually, it makes more sense to pull up the diplomatic map in this case, because it lets us pull up each faction. The Burgundians are nomads. They don't have their own territory. Gaul just controls that. It's the Abdanians and the Picts that have a lot of territory down here. A surprising amount of territory, even. The Caledonians as well. And then it's the Suebians, the Gaetulians, Yeah, these factions are all over the place. There is not a single faction that is cohesively in just one unit that's ready to do any damage to me whatsoever. Which is good. That's the way we want it. All right, not going to upgrade those theaters just yet, but I will go ahead and upgrade this religious building. Let's do a... Is this a recruitment province? Yes, it is a recruitment province, so let's do something that will allow additional unit experience. So we're going to do a Basilica of Sol Invictus there. And then up here we need additional food production, so let's take care of that. We really don't need additional food production anywhere, to be completely frank, but hey. Didn't I set up a Imperial Cult Basilica here? I feel like I did, or was it over here? Yeah, well, go ahead and set it up again. Maybe I canceled it because I needed the money at some point. I feel like this was my Far East territory, so I set up an Imperial Cult Basilica. No matter. All right, I'm also going to... It looks like part of the public order problem here is there are religious differences, which, if we can work against those by improving our religious influence... Let's have a look at just how bad that is. Yeah, we are right at the cusp of taking over as the majority, so things are about to start improving in that way. And I'll go ahead and upgrade this one down here, just because every little bit in the area helps. Fruit plantation. Nitrawa, we're going to expand. And that's our money. And also, I think that will be the episode. I think I'll go ahead and cut this one here. And then we will continue pushing north. I think, again, this coming summer and this coming fall, especially if this snow manages to melt pretty quickly and we get a lot of maneuvering room, I want to hit these Hunnic stacks hard while I have the opportunity. These armies are healed up, they're ready to fight, and I've got a lot of them in the area just ready to go. I just want them to be in a good position militarily. I don't want them to have to march too far in the snow, or they'll die, which would suck. So, next episode, we're definitely going to finish off some of these Hunnic stacks, possibly even the Huns, if we're lucky. But regardless, that's coming soon. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I upload new episodes in Eternal Empire every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT -4 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in a bit.